Hello, Digimon fans. We are back with part 13 of Digimon Adventure. Today could be the day we get to Metal Greymon, maybe not. Maybe that's next part, I'm not sure. We're also on day 25 of the birthday stream, and all that entails. You can see how much progress we've made since the last Digimon Adventure playthrough, which is to say about 15 hours worth. And it just feels like a drop in the water. So, let's get started. I'm ready. The Fairy Piccolomon, aka Pixiemon. I don't know if I want this to be my party. When we find out who the secret character next to TK is, it's actually DLC. We haven't unlocked it yet. I haven't bought the battle pass, so we don't actually get to play as them just yet. Alright, who's my lowest leveled character? I mean, they're all kind of like lower. We'll let Izzy back. The squad. So hello, Sean. Thank you for taking a minute to come up for air from Final Fantasy XIV. As always, don't forget to tell me how the audio is. Oh, hold on. Doctor's appointment emailed me saying they want me to confirm my appointment. I guess I'll do that after the stream, but I gotta remember. Carlos also just texted me. Sorry, streaming. Alright. Gya! Or gra! I forgot that Kuwagamon comes back. There he is. Taichi's too afraid to evolve now. Gotta love Digimon from an early age, really going. We're gonna really dig into PTSD here. Agumon's trying to T-pose to get him to go away. You scrubs. I'm sure that's exactly what he said in Japanese. There he is. Want to know what group people suck? I don't know. Tell me, Carlos. Dude, it's so addicting. 14's great. It's almost like I've been telling people to play Final Fantasy 14 for years. And they all just kind of go, Nick, why would I listen to the recommendations of someone whose videos I watch constantly? That sounds silly. We don't have anything in common. And then people play it and they're like, oh, this is really good. And I'm like, I fucking told you it was good, dude. It's fine. Welcome to the rabbit hole, brother. I mean, I guess I don't have to tell you. True. Paid content game ends after Metal Greymon costs $60 for the story. True. White people. I mean, kind of fair. People who own restaurants also did not realize until today I don't really know how to spell that word in rehearsal. I know I can't spell restaurant, and the Patrice O'Neil bit is very real. If you guys haven't seen it, YouTube Patrice O'Neil restaurant, and it's one of my favorite jokes of all time. Just expert delivery. Wow, Piccolomon is very different from Pixiemon. This is very strange. I'm not used to this. Oh, maybe he's not that different. Patrice, dude, for real though. Patrice O'Neil was super goddamn funny. I think Patrice O'Neil is such a good example of how delivery can change jokes. Because his delivery and his cadence of like speaking is like half the reason he's so fucking funny. Patrice O'Neil, he was a comedian. I think he ended up dying of diabetes. I don't remember what the disease he died of. It might be weird to say diabetes. I think it might have been heart stuff. Are we gonna do that weird boat ride? I'm excited. He was a bigger guy, so this is pretty likely. I think so. But yeah, Google Patrice O'Neil. I guess not Google. YouTube Patrice O'Neil restaurant, and you'll hear a really funny joke. Ooh. Nick, I gotta listen to your recommendations more often. Everyone should listen to my recommendations more often. I've been doing this shit for 11 years. I've been around the block. I work at a video game company. I goddamn know my video games, okay? Listen, I know my video games. Sometimes I have weird taste, but for the most part. No, just don't listen to my recommendations. Carlos is upset because I won't watch Succession because the first episode really bored me, and I can't get into the series. I know he's right. I know the Succession is probably good because people I follow really, really like it, and I trust their opinions as well as Carlos's opinion, but like, I feel like I just don't get it. I've heard it, like, it kind of clicks after a couple episodes, but I'm just like, I don't. Who has the time? Also, we're not talking about Succession. That's a WB property. We don't talk about those. Alright. Or the fact you never finished Mr. Robot. I watched season 1. Are there more seasons of Mr. Robot? I thought it was just one season. Going over ourselves. Worst case scenario, you have the barrier. We'll leave this place to you while we're gone. We'll be okay. The special menu. If Agumon can't evolve, it'll be a problem for us all. So we have to see this through. Got it. Don't push yourself. There's 4? That doesn't sound right. On what network? On what network did Mr. Robot come out on? Careful, Taichi. Okay, I'll leave the others to you. Taichi, you're gonna be okay? It's a mysterious place. I wonder how the barrier works. Don't get caught while you examine the barrier. I won't go beyond it. USA? That's not a real network. That network has one show and one show only, and it's Psych. And they just play Psych non-stop forever. They don't have any other shows. Can you tell us if you've met the Warner sister at least? I have not. For all my monk and burn notice people? Yeah, exactly. That's what I think of when I think USA. I know people always say, like, Nick, how come you haven't watched this? Nick, how come you haven't watched this movie or this show? I'm like, again, my answer is always the same. I'm playing video games, guys. I play so many video games. I do that instead of watch TV. And in the background, I have YouTube videos on. 25 counter on that video. Yeah, I'm here. All that time I would spend watching Succession or Mr. Robot, I have to be here streaming instead. This is one of the things we're supposed to be figuring out once we get there. We don't have any other choice, but try. Let's go. Can you stop being a nerd and watch things to socialize instead? No! I'm going to play my 87th JRPG in a row instead. That's not true. I need breaks from JRPGs. I can't play them that often. I'd be a poser. SP Capsule Omega, huh? So it's the final one, as in there's no more? I should double check Agumon's equipment. He might not have the evolution one anymore. Oh, he doesn't. Yeah, I gotta recheck his equipment. Oh, wait, no, that's the whole thing. He can't evolve right now. Right. I guess that makes sense. I guess it wouldn't work on him. There's a Monk movie coming out? Why? Hasn't that story been told? Is there any more monking left to do? Is there anything? Is there any mysteries left unsolved in the Monk universe? Also, aren't Monk and Psyche in the same universe? Surely he can just handle it to Sean and the gang at this point. It's already out? No, that doesn't sound right either. Iron Fragments. Okay. You can beat up some Pagumon. Julian's dad loves that show, apparently. Is it because the show's all about an eye for an eye? That's a joke just for Carlos. It made me laugh too, though. I don't feel guilty about it. It's fine. Chat, I'm almost done with Crisis Core. I'm in the end game doing some grinding so I can get the platinum. And I'm pretty close, but I did not realize there were 300 fucking missions in that game. That's so many missions. That's so many missions. Why? No game needs that many missions. Like, what the fuck? And especially since, like, the second half of them are all the same. It's like, oh, go in this cave and fight this really overpowered enemy. Paper Mario 64 next? Yeah, that's fun. I think I might go back and finish up the story in 14, because I still need to do the post-expansion Endwalker stuff before the next expansion comes out. So I got to catch up, and I've got like 2 free weeks between when I think I'm gonna beat Crisis Core and when Yakuza 8 comes out. So I might as well find another game to take the place, one that's not too intensive. I mean, I wouldn't be joining you and Sean. I'm like 5 years ahead of you, so, or not even. I'm like 10 years ahead of you. So we'll see. Okay, this cave is weird. So many twists and turns. Time to make a new character? I don't want to make a new character. I really don't even need to. The cool thing about 14 is that you can just, if you want to play with friends who are like a lower level, just play a different class. Just play a lower level class. And if you're doing like dungeons and stuff, then it syncs to their level anyway, so it's fine. But yeah, I'm happy to hear that people are playing different games and stuff like that. We always like to see some good variety. Ooh, almost. Is it gonna be a mimic? Are they literally falling below the ground? This is some Breath of the Wild Tears of the Kingdom shit. Where the shrine will just like appear up. Alright, tell me we get to go on the boat. Okay, they just collapsed, okay. Okami made me feel dumb because I look up a guide to progress kind of early on. Oof. I mean, it is a PS2 game. Some of the logic back then wasn't terrific. Of like, okay, and here's where you go next. And be like, how the fuck would I know that? Like, why would we even think to go there? Oh yeah, that's right. They've got their own little thing going on during this part. You ever play Grim Fandango? That logic made no sense. Yeah, I mean those games specifically, like the point and clicks. Point and clicks have some of the stupidest logic. I was following a guide for Grim Fandango back when I was playing it on the Vita because I wanted to get the platinum for it, and I was just like, eventually I was just like, I don't care enough. I think I got like 3/4 of the way through the game too. It's just kind of old. It's just its age is showing. I think it was fine when I was playing. It's just so obtuse at times though. It kept making me like fall asleep, so I couldn't play it at work. That was the main problem. My cousin worked on that game. Oh, that's cool as hell. They had what's the guy's name? Carlos Alec. I can't say his name. Carlos A. The guy who was Junior, not Junior. What the fuck was his name? He was in Reno 911. I can't remember what his name was though. It's not Jones. It's not Junior. What the fuck was his name? God, why can't I remember his name now? It was the gray-haired guy, the one who always went on patrol with Jones. Why can't I remember his name now? He's also the voice of Rocco from Rocco's Modern Life. I cannot remember his name in Reno 901. It's driving me crazy. I like how I picked the right party members for this by accident. But yeah, Grim Fandango is a good game. Like I said, I couldn't really play it during the overnights. I just haven't really had any urge to go back to it. There's a couple games that I just couldn't get through. Carlos Alazraqui. That's what I mean. I knew his last name. I just can't say it. I also don't remember what his character's name in Reno 901 was. That's the one that's really bothering me. Garurumon. We were talking about old Nickelodeon games at work recently. Not games. Oh, Garcia, that's what it was, dude. That bothers me. I wish I really should have known that. Anyway, chat. What's a good show you guys have been watching recently? What are we looking into? And if anyone says Succession or Monk or Succession Monk or Mr. Robot, I'm kicking him from the stream. Like I said, I think I mentioned this yesterday or the day before. I started watching Gen V. I watched the first episode. It looks pretty good. I gotta get back into it. Doom Patrol. Nice. The Nick. Why? Why are you watching what I assume is a documentary about the New York Knicks? That seems like a waste of your time. I don't know why you would do that to yourself. Also, Carlos, can you confirm this? You're a sports guy. I heard someone describe the reason that everyone was laughing at the Dallas Cowboys losing so badly was because they're the Manchester United of American football. Is that true? Can you confirm? Wonder will the Jags react at the same time. I think I know why, or just focus on finding the crests. I think I know why. Scattered across the continent. I see. It makes sense when you put it that way. Confirmed? Okay, good. I'm glad I have the confirmation. It's about a doctor in the 1900s in New York City who was addicted to heroin. Oh, hell yeah. On the finale of Letterkenny, rip. Stop finding all these things that just keep getting canceled, Damien. Have you considered watching things that aren't canceled? Is Rewind on? I have to double check. Yes. Okay. Boop. Man, you really won't let me have this day, will you, game? I just don't want to be here forever. I just want to speed it up, and you're making it take longer. Stop it. Get some help. I hate more than anything that it doesn't save the settings when it crashes like that. That's like the worst part of it. Just dropout content, some reality TV, finished the new season of Jet Lag the Game. Oh, that's pretty funny. I'm caught up on my dropout shows. I watch Game Changer and Make Some Noise mostly, and I don't think either of those have new episodes yet, so. Kind of just vibing, waiting for a new season of Game Changer. Is it next month? Oh, hell yeah. I really should get into those, the D&D campaigns. I just don't. I just have a hard time, like, watching content that long for some reason. I don't know, something about, like, long enough that, like, I want to put it on the background because it's, like, kind of podcasty, but also I want to pay attention, so I don't like just leaving it on in the background because I miss details and have to fucking rewind. I did the same thing with Critical Role. But I feel like I just need to get over that. Message 20 is really good. I'm like halfway through season 1 of Fantasy High. I watched Dirty Laundry. Latest one had folks from D&D podcast list too. I have not. I watched a couple episodes of Dirty Laundry here and there. It's not bad. I think there's one coming out with Elise Willems from Funhouse that I wanted to check out because she's really funny. But I don't know. Oh, you know what? Actually, I can tell you guys this. I don't know if I can fully endorse this podcast because I don't know if they've done anything fucked up, but I'm going to say it anyway. I started watching, on my friend Catherine's recommendation, I started watching the Basement Yard podcast, which is about just two dudes being dudes. And it's pretty funny. I've sent clips to Carlos a lot that have been sent to me, and it's pretty good. It's good to put on the background while I'm grinding Crisis Core missions. The same with your stuff, Nick, but I do listen to a sci-fi podcast of short stories. Fun. Now you're fucking up my TikTok algorithm. It was already fucked up, Carlos. Let's be real. I've seen the videos you sent me. Your algorithm is already fucked. You gotta make a new account. I only watch the Basement Yard and clips on TikTok. Yeah, there we go. See? But watching the full podcast, I'm like, yeah, these guys are pretty funny. Seems like they do a decent amount of prep for the podcast as well. So they usually have shit to talk about. It's well edited too. They do a good job panning between who's talking, which is something I think some podcasts are not great at. I don't want to admit that. I can't say this, but I want to. There's something about K1 that I can't say. Oh, they didn't animate the inside of the well. Oh my god, no! But it's the good character model for Tyrannomon. It's the one that does the clapping in Cyber Sleuth. Is this really the first appearance of Tyrannomon in Season 1? That seems crazy. He's like one of the first Digimon that was invented. Ruh-roh. Oh yeah, they did do the boat scene. Look at this. I didn't think they'd animate this. That's pretty funny. Wait, are they playing? I forget the name of this classic song. They play it in the beginning of Last Evolution Kazuna, too. I didn't realize they played it in Digimon Adventure as well. Any classical music fans? Hold on, I'll shut up for a little bit. I feel like I should know this. Or maybe they're sampling from it. Weird. Maybe I didn't recognize it. Maybe I'm just going insane on day 25. It's also played in the first 5 minutes of Last Evolution Kazuna, or at least that's the real one. If this is like a remix, or like they just sample from it. Are they gonna show Baby Tai? Oh my God! Look it! He's so tiny. He's so little. The Digimons. Oh yeah. Sorry, let me just write down that $1 donation from Night Demon. Isn't this an O2 more as well? I don't know. I didn't listen to the sub of O2. Oh yeah, this isn't. I think you're right. It is in the O2 movie as well. Maybe that's what I'm going to get confused from. I think this might actually be from the beginning of the O2 movie, not Last Kazuna. He's so tiny. He's so little. It's far too slow in that Tyranno. Yeah, you missed that by a good 10 minutes. His hair is the same though. I also like that he has the goggles still. I think it's different goggles though, isn't it? I heard my volume up to hear the song and then got ear blasted by Knight's Alert. I'm sorry. Well, that's a big Tyrannomon. That's a big lad. Love that he says it in English. It's a big Etamon. Love Serenade. It's them. Oh, they're gonna play the music when they do it this time? I should be ready on the mute button, actually, just in case. Oh my God, I can't play this song. I want to, but I can't. Hold on. Yeah, I gotta mute this. Sorry, chat. Sorry, no audio for this battle. Don't blame me. Blame YouTube copyright. And if it was, unfortunately, I can't edit it either. Because we're doing it live, but if I, maybe I'll add it in the edit, who knows. I'll add the English version of this song in the edit. You guys can't hear it, so it just seems like I'm just kind of dancing quietly, which is wrong. I shouldn't do that. It just feels weird. Copyright, am I right? There we go, we're back. I made sure to beat him extra fast, so that you wouldn't hear me, just in silence. Dance my heart out? Can't dance my heart out. I'm too edgy. I don't have a heart anymore. All that's inside is angst and edginess. Because I'm playing a 90s character in a 90s game right now. I don't think I could play a good edgy character. Maybe I could, but I feel like I'm not that edgy. It is pretty cool that they did like the typical like training montage, but like they didn't get stronger. They just got back to where they already were, which is a nice touch. It's a good message. So Nick, you're too old to pretend to be an emo kid? Hold on. Everything sucks. Nobody understands me. All I want to do is watch anime and play video games, but none of my classmates understand. Ugh. They're all so superficial. They just don't get it. They don't get what it's like to be truly on the outside. Gross. Alright, we got some side quests. Yeah, don't forget to drape my hair over my eyes. Yeah. I couldn't do it. I wanted to. I used to be able to do that. I used to be able to go like and do a hair flip when I had hair. All right, we'll do. We got Digimon Grand Prix and Joe's training. Let's do Joe's training. Sound like you're trying out for drama class? I almost minored in drama actually. I've done a lot of theater classes, a lot of drama classes. That's how I know how to fake it. I shouldn't tell this story, but I'm going to. When I was in community college, I took a intro to theater course because I was like, I like theater enough, you know. I don't mind a good play here and there. I'm trying to get into writing, so it would help to expand the different kinds of writing that I can see. And we had to act out some plays for our final, or like you had to basically do like a one-man thing for your final. But this was the first time we like watched anyone. We like all of our classmates. We basically just sat there and learned and watched the whole time. And then this one was the first time I saw some of my classmates act, and some of them were not good actors, and they really wanted to be actors, and I was like, but I had to just sit there just like, very good. That was so great. Just like, ugh. It's very funny to watch people overact, especially in a community college. I don't know that I'm an amazing actor, but I think I can do it okay enough where I can make those jokes. That's mostly because I'm a method actor. Right now I'm acting like a full-time streamer who's playing a Digimon game. How am I doing so far? First you fight with these guys. Just 3 Gazamon, okay. Oh, is this just all battles? Oh my god, Goemon's by himself though? What? No. Chat, here's a good one. Have any of you guys ever gone or been to a play? Like a produced play. It could be it could be in a school, it could be on Broadway, whatever. Like, have you ever been to a play? Is what I'm trying to ask here. I was in a school play once. I was in 3 plays over my time in school. I was in one in 1st grade. Carlos, do you remember this one? I don't think he's here anymore. Carlos, we had a play in 1st grade. I remember I played one of the narrators, so I had more lines than anyone, which is bullshit. Was Tiny Tim in a Christmas Carol once? Hell yeah, dude. Did you have like the little cane and everything? Yeah, Boat a Boat. I remember that. Yeah, I remember I was narrator number 2. All the way back from 1st grade. By the way, guys, did you know that I met Carlos about 25 years ago? Isn't it insane that we're both that old? It was something about a red boat. I could not tell you what the play is about. I just know I was narrator number 2, and I had to memorize a lot of lines. I did another thing later on. I forget which play it was. I think it was like a scene from like A Raisin in the Sun or something like that, and I absolutely did not study my lines, and I flubbed it on stage and felt so bad that I let my group down. And then I think I did some stuff in college, but I don't really remember. It was all like really quick stuff, like once or twice. But I've written a lot of plays, which is weird that I've written more than I've seen or watched. Or that I've seen or been in, I should say. I wanted to do drama when I was in high school. All the productions were musical and I was not confident. That's fair. I'm not really big into musicals. I've told the story before, but one of the worst experiences I've ever had in my life was watching a play. It was actually for that same class I was just talking about, where I had to watch people like act, and I was like, I don't know. I was. So I'm trying to pay attention to this also while doing this. I was supposed to. We had to watch our actual community college production of whatever they were doing that year as part of the theater course. And I couldn't go the same day as everyone else because I commuted a couple times a week, and the show was on a day I didn't commute there. So I was like, well, I don't want to come in just for that. And I was like, can I go to a different show? And my professor was like, oh, well, you can go to the first showing. And I was like, oh, okay. He's like, but no one else will be there. I'm like, all right, that's fine. So I went to the show, and I was like, okay, what's this play called? Rocky Horror Picture Show. Cool. I don't know what that's about. Seems like it's a musical. That seems like it's pretty cool. I was the only one in the audience for the most audience interactive play in all of history. If you don't know anything about Rocky Horror, they love to do shit to the audience. I did not know that. Do you know how awkward it is as a, I think, 19-year-old person sitting in the audience as every single person on stage makes direct eye contact with you? I'm like, and they're making jokes and stuff, and I have to be like, I don't want them to think I don't like it. Oh, they're walking around now, and they're going up and behind me. This is great. I fucking hate every second of this. Oh my god, this is the worst experience of my life. If you don't know what's gonna happen, that has got to be horrible. Yeah, I had no idea. That was the first time I'd heard of Rocky Horror. They absolutely did do the time warp all around me, and it was so uncomfortable that I had to turn to the director who was sitting behind me, a bunch of rows back, and I was like, oh, I gotta, my brother's sick, I gotta go, can you tell my professor that I was here so I can still get the credit? And they're like, oh yeah, sure. And I was just like, oh my god, what did I just do? What did I just do? I have not been able to watch or even attend a Rocky Horror Picture Show thing since then, because I just have such intense PTSD where it's like, I know that Tim Curry plays the lead in the movie version. I would love to see that. Tim Curry's great. I like stuff like that. I can't do it. It brings back all of the memories. I just can't do it. So it's a bummer. But that's my worst play story. Have I seen The Room? I've seen The Room. Wow, they put so much effort in that and they leave. To be fair, I was in the first dress rehearsal. They had another dress rehearsal with more people, and they had the actual productions. So I don't feel that bad. I was supposed to be nobody in the audience, so they're lucky they had me at all. Honestly, now that I think about it, oh wow. Allows one ally to attack immediately. That's pretty good. So you just get a second turn. I bet now that I've gotten away from that, I think that was 10 years ago, something like that. Now that I have some distance, I bet they were glad I left. I bet they felt bad that they were all focusing on me because it was so intensive. So if I had to guess, they were probably fine that I left. Is what I'm telling myself. At least I would be if I was on the stage. I'd be like, dude, I feel so bad for that guy. Why is he here alone? That's awful. So that's one of my theater stories. Oh, whoa, look at all the different Digimon here. I think this is the first time we see Flymon. I don't think he's been in this series. Pumpkinmon! Oh, what is Unimon? What's with your head? Why is your neck broken? what's going on there, buddy? Tuskmon! Oh, let's go! And Garbagemon. Look at all these Digimon. So many appearing before they're supposed to, chronologically. A lot of Digimon here for some reason. Some kind of festival going on? Look, Taichi, there's a poster up there. What's that? The Digi1 Grand Prix. You guys should enter too. Look, entry accepted. Wait, what's a Godsmon doing here? What's this about Digi1 Grand Prix? It's an annual competition where Digimon test their skills. I'm Godsmon, the producer of Digimon Grand Prix. Thought all the Godsmon worked for Edamon. I'm just an oddball Godsmon then. If you guys don't join, it's your loss. It's an amazing prize for winning, you see. Sounds kind of interesting. It'd be nice to do something like this for a change. Message should speak to me when they're ready. I'll explain the rules before the game starts. Okay, we'll come back. Look at them all! It's all your favorite Digimon. And Vegemon. I didn't want to leave. Okay. Let's change the party up. And I gotta change some abilities, I think. Maybe not. Perfect part for them to Digimon, GBA Digimon Racing in. If they did that, I'd quit the game and stop. The series would be over. Unrelated, but how many more years do you think they can have Captain America be from the 1900s? It's a good call. 1940s? Yeah, I don't know. At what point do they need to update his story, or do they even bother? Like, right? Does it even make sense to? Like, if eventually it just keeps being, oh, he just keeps waking up later and later. Been burning up and training this whole past year. I'm Aramon will be the winner for sure. I'm Aramon will be the winner for sure. You're gonna need more than sunscreen. Oh, there's your Mojimon in the stands. Gazamon. I think that's Vademon way back there. I always forget the Digimon on the right. I already forgot earlier in this series. It's like Katorimon, something. Mechanorimon or something like that. Alright, explain the rules. There'll be 3 battles with no breaks in between. You'll get a fabulous prize if you emerge victorious. Those are the rules. Happy fighting. It is Mechanorimon. Look at me. We'll go for this one. You don't think this is a good time to Digivolve, Tentamon? You're sure? You don't think this makes sense to Digivolve for? Okay. Wait, Grand Prix and it's not Digimon Racing? Well, it didn't say Grand Prix. It said Grand, or what was it, Grand 1 or something like that? Prix 1, something like that? I don't remember if Tentamon has a healing thing, so it might not make sense to give him healing or a healing strategy. My favorite thing about the AI when you set them to attack on their own is that they never attack the same target that you are. Carlos, what did you mean by that Captain America thing? I've been waiting for you to like explain yourself, but I don't understand where you're coming from. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what made you think of that. Robotermon has no support. That's why no Digivolve. I don't know if that's true. You can try it. Billy Cap will always fight Nazis since they can just unthaw him anytime. Yeah. Did you guys hear about the Wolverine comic thing that that recently happened? I don't know if anyone follows comics. I don't really either, but for whatever reason I saw this in the algorithm. But I guess spoilers. Sabretooth has an army of other Sabretooths from like different multiverses, and they're like hunting Wolverine, and they killed his son and then spelled out happy birthday with his dismembered body parts. That's some sick shit, but apparently that happened. That's the thing that happened in the current comic. Boy, those stands are not as populated as they should be. Oh, there's Scorpiomon. Just hanging off, sitting by his tail. You know, there's Vademon too. I guess they couldn't handle that many models on the screen at once. Also, I feel like Scorpiomon should not be that much bigger than Monzaemon. Monzaemon's kind of big too. And then Tankmon's there. Look at all these Digimon that aren't supposed to be here yet. Rip Dakin? Yeah. Here, Toad's not late? Yeah, Credicon, we were waiting for you. Well, congratulations, not bad, not bad. I don't get comfortable yet. Your second round opponent is this team. Whoa, that's a stacked team. There he is. He Digivolved this time. Robotermon. Guardy Tusk. Okay. I don't like watching Shellmon go inside its shell. That felt weird. Let me just send or turn Tentomon into an attacker. Not only Master Duel and playing some of those practice duels in those gates are harder than the regular ones in SPS. Yeah. Some of the duels in that are really, really stupid. Where they're like, they'll be like, okay, we're gonna give you this dog shit deck, and we're gonna give you an OP one. Have fun. See ya. Hope you win. Got most of my Element Saber deck now. Nice. Yeah, those are one of the early gates. My foot is kind of bothering me right now. I wish it would stop. Maybe it's because I'm standing weird. All right. Oh, they want to attack Shalmon. I guess I'll go to Gobmon's thing. To make you do most of one turn a certain way that it's unrecoverable. Yeah. Now they pass the mantle for cap more than unfreezing. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Might be time to switch to manual. Nah, he got there. He's fine. My main reason for using auto isn't because I think they're going to do good. It's because I just don't want to have to mash the X button for 3 different characters. I'd rather just let the AI figure themselves out and just make some attempts, and then I'll just cover the rest. Grand Fire. I think Bucky and Sam have been capped, but Steve always comes back. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know what we're gonna do with the MCU going forward, because it seems like whatever they're doing now isn't really working. So I don't know how much longer they can keep this shit up. I should heal Greymon for this next thing, because I'm gonna start another fight. Time to reboot the MCU? I'm sure it's been proposed, right? Like, I really wouldn't be surprised if there's some execs who are like, we just gotta start it all over. And I'm like, I don't know that that's the answer. I feel like there are other answers you can go to before that. Oh, here we go. 800 to everyone? Yeah, that's fine. I don't know how they killed Dakin when dude literally laughed after being decapitated and just put his head back on. That's what people were saying, or when I was reading up on it, was that this shouldn't be possible. So why would they do that? I don't know, man. I don't really keep up with comics. I just saw it out of context, and he's like, oh, that's funny. It'd be a bad idea. They could time skip to the next generation instead. I don't know if that's a good idea either. I think what it comes down to is they just gotta make better stories. Which is, you know, you have to hire writers to do that shit. And they just tried to undercut them with the writer's strike, so good fucking luck. Sons of Battle, a breakthrough in the second round, right on track. Going as far as we can. Spirit, at least it's time for the finals. But the enemies you faced up until are nothing compared to these. Think you can take them down? I mean, yes. I like how they're literally just like, alright, fight all these bosses again. I don't know, they made all their money remaking Iron Man 1 for every hero. Yeah, that's true. But I think that's the problem now, isn't it? They keep trying to make new origin stories, and people keep being like, I don't have time for that shit. I'm not watching that. So I think the origin story well is dried up. I don't know if they can keep making money off that. Everyone just keeps being like, I'm good. Endgame was a good end. I think what they should do, and I don't think this will work either, is that maybe let Marvel rest for a little while. Let them cool off. Let the IP go a little. Stop making a series every 3 months and a movie every, like, you know, goddamn 6 months. Forget all that. Let it rest. And then in the meantime, put all that resources into making Star Wars stop sucking shit. That'd be really nice. You've got 2 of the biggest IPs of all time, and you're like, man, we just can't make these work. It's like, you really should be able to. You got some real strong IP there. I don't know, it just feels weird. How do you have, like, the biggest fandoms of all time and you just can't do shit with it? I feel like a lot of, like, really popular IP that's still around, that's, like, lasted for a long time, is kind of not great. Like, that kind of goes into Pokemon. Pokemon's newest game is awful. It just runs like shit. You'd think that, like, when you have the most popular IP that basically just sells itself, you would put some more effort in, but I guess maybe that's not the way. This feels weird. Start the MCU Ultimate Universe, they can redo all the popular origins. Actually, that's kind of a good point. You know what I think is the problem of all this shit? Is that when you rely on multiverse as like your big thing, it's like there's no stakes. So like, who gives a shit? They don't care about their games. They make them with new Pokemon, sell merch. True. We shit on Pokemon games again. We're mostly shitting on the MCU right now. I'm like, how do you fuck up Marvel? Like, one of the most popular IP of all time. Like, I don't know, man. It just feels weird. It just feels like they have a slam dunk and they keep holding it back. Like, I can get fine shitting in the MCU as well. Like, I did enjoy up until Endgame. There were definitely some stinkers leading up to Endgame. Like, there were a couple movies that I was like, who cares about this? But for the most part, it was a pretty solid journey that did have good payoff. And then, you know, now we're here. Like, I thought WandaVision was good. I bet Loki's good. But it's just like, when they release so many new series, I'm like, I don't want to... Them being all connected is like a detriment now. Because instead of, like, watching one-offs, I'm like, well, I'm not going to watch anything. Because I just kind of assume that none of it is going to be worth, like if I have to watch one, I have to watch them all. So I don't want to do that. There's that, and then there's what was I going to say? Watch one. Trying to figure out where my train of thought was. But yeah, I don't know. It just feels like they're doing like the B cast. And so ends the battle. This year's Digimon Grand Prix winners are the Agumon team. Congratulations, congratulations. Wow, Agumon's not at 30 frames here. I feel like he's a little sluggish here. Did the PSP really struggle to put this many models on the screen at once? That's kind of crazy. We're expert fighters. Yeah, even the text is going slow. I got life up. We did Daichi, we did, guys. Thanks for having us up. Thanks, guys. That's so many. It's so weird that they're all like weirdly spaced too. Why wouldn't you just put them like all together? I mean, I guess they can't show them on the screen. That being said, this is still more FPS than a lot of sections in Scarlet and Violet, so I guess the PSP is stronger than the Switch, confirmed. All right, I think we'll end the video there because we're at 45 minutes, give or take. We've done 3 different episodes here. I think that was a good one. So, thank you guys. I will see you in part 14, where we will see Metal Greymon, perhaps. See you later, guys.